Hello? 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 The signal's a little fuzzy. Hello? Ah, there we go. Good morning, everyone. This is Big Easy, once again back on the channel. Today we're going to present a game in the Tallinn, part of doing the campaign and getting some citadels. I have my oldest son as a div mate on this one in the King George. We're also, on both accounts, we're trying to continue leveling some of these ships we haven't leveled yet and finish up some of the tier stuff, especially with the news of possibly a tier 8. So in a way, we're trying to catch up. So anyways, as you see here, obviously we're starting out very well with our other teammates by causing a little bit of a traffic jam here. So yes, good work, good work. So anyways, sorry we haven't done any content for anybody that's watched this. If you remember my last video, some people, my family, had gotten COVID, and eventually I got it, and then eventually we all have gotten it. So it's been a fun and great 2 weeks. So, anyways, I'm getting better. My last and oldest son, who actually participated in this game, is kind of getting started with these symptoms. So we can expect him probably to get better in the next week. So, anyways, trying to return a video here, get it out there for any of you that may enjoy. Um, Here we are, trying to play C-Cap. If you look on the map, of course, everybody that started B is kind of abandoned B, and is starting to make the train over here to apparently assist us and just leave A and B on its own. So here, as you can see, well, a little bit of background. I've told you I've become more of a DD player. I started out as a BB player, and cruisers I've been kind of lagging on, but I've been trying to get into them more at higher tiers and getting better at playing them. Um, I will admit mistakes will be made in this game, but for the most part, it's a pretty good game, and the outcome. This game, as far as blue team, goes back and forth. So, as you can see here, all I'm trying to do right now is get into a better position and more of a crossfire position from my fellow New Orleans and my teammate in the King George. Now, obviously, he's being focused over there while I'm trying to get in position. And the New Orleans, he's kind of sitting behind the island here, trying to keep himself protected. So, here, take a shot at Ismail. I was actually shocked, especially since he kind of disappeared. I citadeled him. Not too bad. Anybody who's played this ship knows that this thing is a beast. It hits pretty hard with AP. Obviously, the thing you need to be careful of is not to show your broadside and get basically citadeled or depth struck. So I'm going to play it kind of cautiously here. This game seems like it's going a little slow, but as I'm shooting at this French cruiser, considering his angle, I hit him pretty good with AP. So, now unfortunately still, the whole train is still coming over here to C with us. A is pretty much losing, and B obviously is taking over. So, I'm just trying to help get this French cruiser off the board so less people are distracted by them and we can pay attention to other things. And there we go, New Orleans finishes them off, which is good. I'm not too worried about the battleship to my right. He's pretty much gone behind the island, so I'm not too worried about him. But obviously, what I am worried about, if anybody has played this ship or any cruiser, is getting pretty much citadel or dev struck. So I'm taking it pretty cautious here. As you can see, both our destroyers, unfortunately, have gone to port. Pretty much it's just three of us cruisers and battleships, and unfortunately they still have both their destroyers, which will eventually in this game kind of hurt my div mate. Right now all I'm trying to do is focus on this Ismo. As you can see here, as I focus on them, and whatever shots I can get on them, they do hit pretty hard. Even though that was one pen, it did a fair amount of damage, considering. But here, we just lost another cruiser.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
And unfortunately, that was, over on the A side. So, all I'm trying to do is not take any major hits and see if we can get this Ismail off the board. Once again, to eliminate a distraction of all the players that have come this way. Now, if you notice, as the train is coming this way and has made their way, you'll notice my div mate is heading back to B, which that's what he should be doing. Unfortunately, as he's calling out for assistance and stuff, nobody's really helping, and I'm trying to get into position to where I can maybe accommodate. Here it is, Mel. He keeps trying to fire at me. Obviously, there's other ships by me. Luckily, his aim isn't necessarily for me. If it was, it looks like it was. He missed. Here, I just throw some torps out there just to put a little bit of fear into that BB, in hopes that he'll just kind of stay back. And hopefully here, shortly, we'll finish off Ismail, as I'm trying to avoid shots from North Carolina. So once again, New Orleans finishes off kind of what I started. So here, the teams are pretty equal. We're still down. Obviously, in my opinion, they have the advantage with the 2 destroyers and us having none. And obviously, my div mate, he's trying to push and do something, at least slow down their advancement. I do see the destroyer. Unfortunately, I really can't do anything about the destroyer from my position. So right now, I'm just going to do any kind of damage I can to this North Carolina. I keep looking over there. I just am not in a good position to help. I mean, I could shoot at this Icarus, but he is almost 17 kilometers away. I'd love to shoot at this Icarus. Of course, he is behind islands. That may have been a mistake on my part. It may not have, but at the same time, I was hoping, blue team would help. And unfortunately, as you can see, my div mate here, he just was in a bad place at a bad time. Unfortunately, he's going to go down due pretty much to cross torpedoed by both destroyers. And unfortunately, I couldn't get a shot off there either because he disappeared. So I turned my attention to this other cruiser. Unfortunately, I had loaded a G for the destroyers, and I could have maybe taken out this Fiji a whole lot quicker. So in the meantime, we're down 5 ships. They're down 4. Luckily, our team is holding off pretty well, considering. Obviously, my attention now is this Fiji. And I was hoping I could maybe torp him, but he obviously played cautiously. If he's aware of this ship with its short torpedo range, he might have known that. So I was just trying to angle away. I was hoping I wouldn't get any kind of major hit. I will take a pretty good hit by Fiji. I didn't angle enough. But pretty much here, he's doing what he shouldn't be doing, and that's pretty much death. And there he goes.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
So here we're back even again. My big concern was the North Carolina. After watching the video, after I played this game, I probably turned the wrong way. I knew this Tennessee was out there. I probably should have played it better, but I was worried about the North Carolina. So I decided to turn back this direction. It may have been a mistake, it may not have. On the same note, right here, you got the Icarus in New Orleans. Once again, comes through, gets rid of the destroyer. Both their destroyers are gone. And now we're pretty much even again. The only thing is we are so low on points. We never got a cap. They got both caps right away. That's part of the reason we don't want to. Anybody's played this game, just leave cap opens for the other team. Because look, we have
Battle
a
ends in 5 minutes.
405-point deficit, and that's hard to come back from. So right now, obviously, I'm here. I'm trying not to get blown up by the Tennessee. Obviously, the North Carolina, having taken away my attention from him, had citadeled me. Um, Part of what's going on here is experience in my play, but also probably inexperience with cruisers. Like I said, mistakes were made. Um, Now I'm just trying to get away from this Tennessee, and luckily North Carolina quit focusing. Unfortunately, RBB here end up getting crossfires with the Weimar and North Carolina, and he ended up taking Torps. And there, I was able to get rid of the Weimar. We're even again, but still we're lacking in points. And luckily for me, I've got a nice angle on the North Carolina and was able to finish him off. I mean, this cruiser is a beast. It's an absolute beast. Now, for some reason here, I don't know if it's destroyer player in me. Obviously, looking back, it really didn't make a difference. There was really no point at the time, but I was thinking, get the cap. Um, Also, the feature with being able to disable the AA and being able to select your target for your secondaries with the controller I use, I forget that you can do the zoom out. Um, Mistake once again here. I should have just kept turning to the right, kind of played peekaboo with this guy, but once again I was concerned about the cap, which I, looking back, I didn't have to be. It really didn't make a difference. If I had played the peekaboo, ring around the rosy around the island, it may have given our California time to get in a better position to fire at the Tennessee. Well, now obviously here on broadside, which is probably the best thing I could have done. He pretty much hits my bow, overpens, no dev strike, no citadel. I'm still here, and luckily the California gets a pretty good hit on this guy. And all I'm trying to do is just buy enough time to get his health down to help the California finish him off, because I pretty much know I'm dead. Um, I don't think I could have done anything more differently. You cruiser players out there may disagree. I know if I would have went bow on, he could have probably, citadel me through the bow, angled better. Unfortunately, this thing's got a short torpedo range. I would love to have that option like I'm used to in most cruisers. As you can see, anybody who's played this hadn't really seen this talent played. I mean, this thing's a beast. And unfortunately, there, he was able to kill me. And now it's up to the California. Well, unfortunately, the Tennessee's in a great position. There's about a minute left in the game. The California is out of position. And as you can see, this is pretty much the end of our match. So here we are, the last minute. Not much to see here. Obviously, he's going to try and get into position. Once again, this was a great battle. I think it really showcases the power of the Tallinn, power of Soviet heavy cruisers. We're going to end this game, obviously, at 170K. We're going to be top of the leaderboard as far as our team. I'm not a big Soviet person, but I will admit that this heavy cruiser Soviet line is pretty good. Just obviously, as other people have pointed out, you just have to be real careful on how you play them. Hopefully, I did play this as well as I could. Obviously, some of it's a learning lesson for me, but still, it was a great game. Unfortunately, it ended in a loss, but I hope it helps showcase uh, this boat. And as you see here, top of the as far as our team, 2,118 XP. And anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a good day. Big Easy out.